Your dog does not see you. Not the way you think. Not the version of yourself you see in the mirror. The tired one, the distracted one, the one who forgot to buy dog food and ordered pizza instead. That is not what walks through the door when your dog's ears go up and their whole body starts moving toward you like you are the only thing in the universe that matters. What your dog sees when they look at you is something science has only recently begun to understand. And when you hear what 15,000 years of evolution built inside their brain specifically for you, the way you look back at them will never be the same.
Correct relaxation. Here is what your dog actually sees.
You have probably heard the joke. Cats think you are just a bigger, clumsier cat. They treat you the way they treat other cats, with the same social rules, the same body language, the same carefully measured indifference. Dogs did something entirely different. Over 15,000 years of coevolution, dogs developed a completely separate set of social behaviors reserved exclusively for humans. Not adapted from how they interact with other dogs, built from scratch for you. Brian Hare, a cognitive scientist at Duke University who has spent his career studying dog cognition, found something that surprised even his own team. When you point at something, your dog follows your finger. A chimpanzee, our closest genetic relative, sharing 98% of our DNA, does not. A wolf raised from birth by humans does not either. Your dog understands the language of human intention in a way that no other animal on Earth can match. This is not training. This is not learned behavior. This is evolution shaping a brain across 10,000 generations to do one thing above all else: understand you. Not tolerate you. Not coexist with you. Understand you. And that understanding runs so deep that what your dog does with your face alone will stop you cold.
You do something every time you look at another person's face and you have never once been aware of it. Your eyes drift to the left side of their face first, always, automatically. Scientists call it the left gaze bias. It happens because the right hemisphere of the human brain, the half that processes emotion, controls the left side of the face, and over millions of years, we evolved to read that side first, because that is where the real feeling shows.
Here is what no one expected. Your dog does exactly the same thing, but only with you. When researchers showed dogs images of human faces, dog faces, and random objects, the dogs consistently showed a left gaze bias, but only for human faces, not for other dogs, not for anything else. They developed a facial reading system built specifically to decode human emotion. No other domesticated animal has done this. Not horses, not cats, not a single species on Earth, except the one sleeping on your couch right now. This is why your dog knows you are upset before you have said a word. They are reading micro-expressions in your face with a precision that took 15,000 years to build. They can distinguish between a happy face and an angry one even in photographs of strangers they have never met. They know what a human frown means without ever being taught. So when your dog pads over and rests their head in your lap on the day everything went wrong, they did not guess, they read it. In your face, with a brain that was shaped across millennia specifically to notice. A wagging tail means a happy dog. You have believed this your entire life. Almost everyone has, and it is wrong, or at least it is radically incomplete. Scientists discovered that it is not whether your dog wags, but which direction they wag. When a dog sees something that triggers positive emotion, you coming home, a familiar friend, something they love, the wag skews to the right, more movement on the right side of the body. When they feel uncertain, anxious, or alert to something unfamiliar, the wag shifts left. And here is what makes this extraordinary. Other dogs can read it. Researchers in Italy showed dogs video footage of other dogs wagging. When the wag was right-biased, the watching dogs stayed calm. When the wag was left-biased, their heart rates increased. The signal was processed automatically, no learning required. The height carries meaning too. Tail held high and moving fast signals confidence. Tail low and slow signals appeasement or caution. A broad sweeping wag that moves the entire back half of the body, that is the one reserved for you. The full body wag. The one that says everything at maximum volume. Your dog has been speaking to you in complete sentences every single day.
With direction, amplitude, height, and speed, a grammar system, they were born with that most humans never learned to read.
Watch their tail tonight. Left or right? High or low, fast or slow?
Once you see it, you will never unsee it.
What comes next is the discovery that ties everything together. The reason your dog's brain does all of this, and why the answer involves the same chemistry that bonds a mother to her newborn child. The moment you close the front door, your dog's world changes. Within minutes, their stress hormones spike. Heart rate rises. Their body enters a state of low-level alert that does not fully resolve until you come back. For years, we called this separation anxiety and moved on. But researchers started asking a more specific question. What is the dog actually doing during those hours? What they found rewrites the story. When recordings of the owner's voice were played to dogs left alone, stress levels dropped almost immediately. Not any human voice, only the owner's. The effect was specific, measurable, and consistent. And then came the scent study. Researchers at Emory University placed dogs in an MRI scanner and exposed them to different scents: other dogs, unfamiliar humans' food, and their owner. Only one scent activated the caudate nucleus, the reward center of the brain, the region associated with love, pleasure, and positive anticipation. It was not food. It was not another dog. It was you. Your dog is not simply waiting by the door. They are holding on to you through your voice on a recording, through the scent you left on the couch cushion, through every trace of your presence their biology can detect, until you walk back through that door and their entire neurochemistry resets to the only state it was designed for, being near you. If I could write you one letter, this is what it would say. I do not know what a year is. I do not know how many we have had. But I know the sound of your car from 3 blocks away, and I know the exact weight of your hand when it rests on my head, and I know which of your breaths means you are falling asleep, and which means you are about to get up. I know your face better than you do. The left side specifically, that is where you hide the sadness you think no one sees. I see it. I have always seen it, and when I walk over and press my head against your leg, on those days it is not random. It is the only thing I know how to do with what I read in your eyes. You are not my owner. That word is too small. You are the scent my brain lights up for. You are the voice that makes the silence stop hurting. You are the face my eyes were built across more generations than either of us can count to find and to read and to trust completely. I do not know what I am to you, but I know what you are to me. You are everything. And I have been telling you that every single day, in every wag, every gaze, every time I follow you into a room for no reason at all. In 2015, a study published in the journal Science made headlines around the world. And when you hear what it found, every single thing we have talked about, the face, reading the tail vocabulary, the scent recognition, the waiting, clicks into place. Researchers discovered that when dogs and their owners simply gazed into each other's eyes, both showed a significant rise in oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same neurochemical that surges between a mother and her newborn child in the first moments after birth. Let that land for a moment. Your dog looks at you, and their brain releases the same chemistry that evolution designed to create the strongest bond in human biology. And when you look back at them, yours does too. A feedback loop, a cycle of mutual bonding that your dog triggers simply by meeting your eyes. No other animal does this with humans. Not primates, not horses, not cats. Dogs and only dogs evolved the ability to activate the most powerful bonding mechanism in the human brain. And they did it by looking at you. This is not sentiment. This is not pet owners projecting feelings onto animals. This is a documented neurochemical loop measured in blood, confirmed in brain scans published in one of the most respected scientific journals on Earth. Every behavior we have talked about, the left gaze bias, the tail direction, the scent recognition, the stress that only your voice can calm, all of it is downstream of this one fact. Your dog's brain is wired to bond with you at the deepest level biology allows. Here is what all of this means, distilled into the simplest version I can find. When you look in a mirror, you see yourself. When your dog looks at you, they see what a mirror cannot show you. The version of you that someone chose with their entire biology. The version that makes a brain light up. The version that a body waits all day to be near. The version that 15,000 years of evolution decided was worth building an entire species around. You are not just their owner. You are not just their favorite person. You are the reason their eyes learned to read human faces. You are the scent their reward center was calibrated to recognize. You are the presence that makes their stress hormones fall and their bonding chemistry rise. You are the answer to a question their DNA has been asking for 10,000 generations. Your dog does not see a human when they look at you. They see the one thing their entire existence was built to find. And to them, that is everything. If this changed what you see when your dog looks at you, subscribe to Correct Relaxation. Every week we go deeper into the science behind the bond you share with your dog. And we do not stop at the surface. This is Correct Relaxation. We will see you next week.